Hi, it's James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at the prototype Quantum Tricks, which is going to be a trick-taking game where you're going to have to pay attention to how many tricks you take. You don't want to take the most tricks. You would love to take the second most tricks. And there's some special abilities on these cards. Let's go ahead down to the table here. I'm going to show you how the game plays, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is Quantum Tricks. In this game here, you're going to have a deck of 50 cards. You're going to have 5 different suits that go from 0 to 9, and you're going to have some with special abilities on it. Basically what this is going to be is you're going to have a game here where you're going to have 3 different tricks going off at the same time. And you need to keep track of which cards are yours in a trick. So you're going to deal out all the cards here. So if we had 4 players, we would evenly deal out 4 decks of cards. Any remaining cards, so any odd number cards for your player count, are just removed from the game. So they're not available in the game. And what we're going to be trying to do is we are trying to get this lined up here. We had 2 extra that go off to the side here. And we're going to be trying to score as many points as possible. Now there's a caveat to this game. You don't want to score the most tricks. Whoever won the most tricks busts and they get 0 points and they're just out of the game. So you don't want to get the most, and if you tie for the most, you're still also out of the game. So you need to keep that in mind. You're also going to lose points for space debris, and these are basically cards that you couldn't play during any of the rounds. And you're going to score 1 point for every trick that you've won if you didn't bust. Now there is a special case here if you want to try to score exactly 5 tricks. If you score exactly 5 tricks, you are made a historic discoverer and the only player who gets points. And of course, if someone else scores 5 tricks, they will also get points too. The game itself is going to go for as many rounds as their players. So if we're playing with 4 players, there'll be 4 rounds of the game, and each player will take turns dealing. You can also gain negative scores in this game. That is also a possibility. But what you're going to do on your turn is we're going to have 3 different lanes here, and you can put out a numbered thing, and everyone can pick a number. So in this case, it would be like we'd have a die here, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, or a little piece of paper that says 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when it's your turn, you're going to play into your number there so you can keep track. But there's going to be 3 different lanes. And like I said, there's different suits in here. So the highest number is usually going to win. There's some situations where that doesn't happen. So this one here, this 2, is going to be greater than 8. So if the highest number on here is 8, this card wins. Or this 1 is higher than 9. So if 9's out, 1 will beat the 9 and this one will win. So there's some special cases in here. I believe they call them, let's see what they call them, space anomalies. So if you play this one here, the 0 is also the other space anomaly. If you play this one, you remove the highest one in that trick too. So there's all different things in here, and we have these 3 different lanes we can put it. So I can say maybe I'll put down this one here in this lane. Now the next player can have a choice. They're going to maybe play, let's say they're this side, so this is 1, this is going to be 2. They're going to have to follow suit or play in a new trick here, start a new trick if there's not one available there. So let's say they want to beat mine, and they'll place that down. This next player will come in and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to play this blue 3 here. All right? So he started a new trick. Now, if you come around and for any reason, let's say we're at this point and I can't play to any of these colors, I have to put down a space debris. So if I have to put down a space debris, let's pretend I don't have these colors. I put a card down on my side face down, and that's going to be a negative point for me. So we are keeping track of which tricks come from where. So your cards that you play are your cards. As soon as a 4th card is played into any of these tricks, it's resolved. and cleared. And then now that space is available. So we can ever have like 3 simultaneous ones. And that's how you're going to have multiple tricks that you can win. Now, if you win a trick, you're going to take all the cards. If you were the player who had to play a space debris, you're going to put that card in front of you because that's a negative point at the end of the game. And so, for example, let's say we're at this, and then this player plays this yellow here, and this one's going to resolve. So this player played the highest number. This doesn't affect it. So this player wins the trick. It gets cleared, and they put the trick in front of them. So now that is a point for them potentially. And that's it. We're going to keep going until we run out of cards, and then that round will end and we'll score, and we'll go into the next round. That player will deal out the cards and we'll go. And we'll continue this until I was showing 4 players, so 4 rounds, but equal to the number of players. But in a really quick nutshell, that's going to be how you're going to play quantum tricks. Let's go ahead, back up the table here, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this game. All right, so that was quantum tricks. Now, this game here is a prototype, like I said, so things can be subject to change. However, you get the general idea how this game plays. I love trick-taking games, and this is a game that is a lot of fun. I really like the idea of the 3 simultaneous tricks that are being played out throughout the turns, and how you have to strategize on when you want to complete a trick, if you want to try to force other players into completing a trick, if you want to punish other players for not adding to a trick and having it clear out so you can have more cards in it and basically guarantee your win on that, or get rid of some of the lower cards that you have so you have a better chance of winning the future tricks, or throw it off because you just won too many tricks and you definitely don't want to win that trick. So there's a lot of really cool interactions that happen in the game. Having the mere fact of not wanting to win the most tricks makes it so that you really pay attention to what a lot of other players do, so you can watch to see how many tricks they're taking and try to like stay about the same or under, just so that you make sure that at the end they have the most, or one of them does, obviously. But either way, this is, if you love trick-taking games, this is a nice spin on a trick-taking game, and I think that you will really enjoy this game. This game has a lot of replayability because it's different strategy you can play in based on the cards that you have available will change every game. So it adds to that, like if you go down and you're like, hey, on a normal day playing with friends or family, you play a trick-taking game and have a lot of fun with it, this is going to be the game for you. This will be a game that you can actually introduce to them and make your new game that you play on average with your family and friends. So I think that's something that is really you would look at for this. If you're not into trick-taking games, this is a trick-taking game, so this won't change your mind. This is a trick-taking game. But if you're into trick-taking games, this game is definitely worth checking out. And that's my thoughts on it. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. Helps us get more videos out to you and all that fun stuff. But either way, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for watching.